Hello, and you are now tuned in to the only universe mode that matters. I am Christian.
And I'm Jesse. My beard is looking crazy right now.
Yeah, you are looking more like a Braun every day, Jesse. That's all this quarantine brought out of you.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, we're back via Zoom. Obviously, the stay-at-home orders kind of have lifted, but
They did lift today, actually, which is good. So
even though me and Jesse kind of have been breaking it for like the last month, but whatever.
yeah,
We had to give you guys content somehow, right? But Zoom just makes it a little easier to for me to get these videos up for you guys quicker. Plus, quality isn't all too bad, and I hope you guys let me know if you guys want it the old way. I can do it the old way. It's just a little easier for me, painstakingly wise, and time consuming wise, like this. So I'm going back to work on announcement, Jesse. I'm going back Monday. I don't know exactly.
Oh, word.
Everything. I'll talk to you about it when we get off air. But yeah, I'm going back to work soon, so time is of the essence. And if this can make it the time a little shorter, I like it this way. But yeah, this is the pre-show of the Royal Rumble where we discuss what is going to be on this Royal Rumble card. And if you're watching this on the Friday that it drops, we're talking about the Royal Rumble card that will be dropping Saturday, June 6th premiering at 2 p.m. Eastern, and part 2 premiering June 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern as well. And with that being said, Jesse, we already recorded it, but let's not spoil it for the good people watching at home. And let's tell them what is on one of our better cards of the year, if not our best card. And I'd probably argue our biggest show so far of this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely our biggest pay-per-view. I do believe our previous shows definitely lived up to the hype a little bit more. Like, definitely with some matches in the past with like length and rivalries and storylines, etc. But Royal Rumble was still a good pay-per-view. Had two interesting rumbles. The women's matches were very solid, and that WWE Championship match was pretty good too. So
it was. I don't want to discuss too much about how the matches went because I don't want to tip off the fans on where it may swing.
Yeah.
So let's
we'll leave that for the post show.
Yeah, we will be having a post show dropping Tuesday, June 9th. But yeah, so real quick, let's discuss the matches. Let's talk about the 2 Rumbles at the end. Let's go into all the title matches first. So we started it off specifically. The first episode of Royal Rumble is all women's, including the Women's Rumble. Like I said, we'll talk about the Women's Rumble at the end. But so we're talking about the Rhea Ripley, the long-awaited Rhea Ripley versus Sister Abigail match, Jesse. How did this begin? Can you give us some backstory as you were the head of SmackDown Live?
Well, Rhea Ripley, honestly, she's been winning matches ever since the beginning of Universe Mode, beating people like Io Shirai, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Toni Storm, eventually forming a tag team with Toni Storm, and I called it Storm Tide. They actually were number 1 contenders for the tag team titles a few months back, but they never got those championships together. So Rhea pretty much was just beating everyone on the women's roster, and we had a special episode for the Kobe Bryant memorial. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, obviously.
I got Lakers shorts on right now. Play with me.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing? But Rhea Ripley won that. It was, I believe, an 8-woman battle royale. That was Kobe's obviously old number he wore in the early 2000s, and Rhea Ripley won that battle royale, and she pretty much had that number 1 contender slot in for months now. But I honestly wanted to prove a little bit more with Rhea Ripley, obviously beating other contenders on my roster. And she told me she was going to use that specific title shot opportunity at a big pay-per-view, and it was one of the big 4, and it was the Royal Rumble. And she had a very, very, very good match against Sister Abigail. Sister Abigail, obviously the one who beat Becky Lynch 3 times, has never lost that women's championship going into this pay-per-view. Sister Abigail obviously got repackaged from Liv Morgan to Dead Morgan to Sister Abigail to following the Fiend Bray Wyatt's leadership. And this match at not Survivor Series, Royal Rumble was beautiful, and it was a great way to start off the Royal Rumble pay-per-view.
Yeah. like you said, it was a phenomenal way to kick it off. Again, I don't want to talk about the matches and the length and everything else too much, but
it definitely lived up to the hype.
Rhea Ripley has been in contention for female superstar of the year, woman superstar of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Straight Easily. Up, it's her, it's Bianca, and it's Sister Abigail.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would probably round out the list. And Rhea Ripley has been incredible. And super excited for you guys to see this match. Who do you guys got? Do you think Rhea Ripley can finally take the belt, the strap off of Dead Morgan? Could we see possibly both Sister Abigail and Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, no longer with their championships? And how would that affect their morale and momentum going forward? It's going to be interesting to find out. We also had my women's match of the night, the Raw Women's Championship on the line. Bianca Belair, my women's champion, against Io Shirai. This has been, I can't say as long as the Rhea Ripley match in the making, but Io Shirai has really been making some heat waves on my Raw roster, man. She damn near really debuted. A big match debuted as a, oh crap, you're backstage. Come out. I got a championship match, because the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, were due for their match against Candice and Dakota at TLC. And we saw right before their match, Kairi Sane was laid out by Tamina. And Io Shirai was a last-minute replacement for Asuka. Kairi Sane came back, got her revenge on Tamina, and then announced that Tamina was only a paid hit woman and she had no real reason to attack her besides some money. Now the question was, who was that hit woman? Kairi Sane said she'll let us know. Give her some time to get her peace of mind right. That time was about 10 seconds, because the following match, her music went off during Io Shirai's match, ultimately leading to a loss against Sasha Banks. So we're like, that's a little weird. Kairi Sane, I thought, left the building. Maybe she did. I don't even know if she was in the building. Still not confirmed, still not denied. What was confirmed was the following week when Io Shirai was thrown back in the ring by Kairi Sane, kind of unsuspectedly. And it caused to the point where the Kabuki Warriors, who then lost their title, was due for a rematch. And Asuka said, hey, Kairi Sane is my friend. Io Shirai is my friend. I don't know where I stand between this, so I am bowing out. I'm in the business for myself. And she was in the business of herself, because a few weeks ago on Raw, we had a fatal four-way with Io Shirai, Asuka, Ronda Rousey, Ember Moon. 4 women, 1 will go to Royal Rumble, and that is how we got Io Shirai here to face Bianca Belair. And this is going to be a task, man. Io Shirai, as great as she has been, Bianca Belair has been one of the best women wrestling in the game this year in our universe.
Definitely the most dominant, obviously beating Sister Abigail at Clash of Champions, beating people like Ruby Riott to claim that title, beating Sasha Banks. She's pretty much she's pretty much beaten everybody on that Raw roster, including my champion, Sister Abigail, on the previous pay-per-view before Royal Rumble. Yeah, honestly, I'd probably put her at number 1 right now. Honestly, I would put her over Rhea, and I would definitely put her over Sister Abigail, because we've seen Sister Abigail lose to Toni Storm. And yeah, Bianca going into this Rumble, I don't believe she's ever lost. The only time we honestly had Bianca had a real kind of a slip up was getting eliminated in that Survivor Series match first. Other than that, she's been completely dominant.
Absolutely. So I'm excited for you guys to see that match as well. The 2 other matches we had were also championship matches. Do you want to go into the SmackDown one, Jesse?
Yeah, I'll cover the WWE title match, and then you could do Universal. Then obviously we'll do the Rumbles. The WWE Championship match, guys, it's plain and simple. Fiend was going against Adam Cole 2 weeks back, and Adam Cole was giving the Fiend probably up there for toughest competition during a Friday Night SmackDown match. The reason why I gave Adam Cole that opportunity against the WWE champion was because Adam Cole led the Undisputed Era to that victory, even though he wasn't the last one, obviously, who won it for Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly was. But Adam Cole obviously is still the leader of that group. So I gave Adam Cole pretty much an opportunity going against The Fiend. And The Fiend brought it to Adam Cole. It was a very close contest. Adam Cole, his head was under the ropes. Surprised the referee didn't call a rope break, honestly, looking back on that footage. And The Fiend beat Adam Cole. And then out of nowhere, you hear Matt Riddle's entrance music, him holding up the briefcase, running down, cashing in on, winning the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, after he beat Adam Cole. But The Fiend was hurt. Matt Riddle made quick work of The Fiend, hit him with the bro to sleep, hit him with the bro Derek, and pinned The Fiend. And that's what obviously led to the rematch. Because the only reason I gave The Fiend the rematch was because he was caught off guard. Obviously, he was
it wasn't a real match.
Yeah, it wasn't a real match. So I gave them an opportunity at Royal Rumble. And is Matt Riddle's win against The Fiend 2 weeks ago on SmackDown a fluke? Or is Matt Riddle going to be walking into WrestleMania the WWE champion? Or will The Fiend regain his title for Matt Riddle and walk into WrestleMania, potentially being a main event?
Yeah, the possibility of Matt Riddle holding that briefcase all for a week of reign is definitely on the table. We don't, like I said, like I always say, we don't script our victories. So Matt Riddle can easily lose this, and it's like, where do you go from here? Because it's when you have the briefcase, as a booker, you don't want to give them any other championship, and you don't want to give them a championship shot because obviously they have one in their back pocket. Now, if you get that shot and you lose, it's like, sure, as a booker, now we got freedom to book you however, but it's like, I guess we can't book you for that title anymore because you just proved not worthy if you lose it. So once you're at the top, you only get that chance to be there for so long, and that target is on your back. And we've seen The Fiend lose his title before in our universe.
Dolph Ziggler. Yep.
And what
then
happened?
He got it right back.
Yeah.
And then he's kept it ever since. Lost to Aleister Black at Clash of Champions, but obviously you don't lose the title if at that pay-per-view because it's just the clashing of champions. Who's the better champion on what roster? But the Fiend without that WWE title, I know it would be very awkward for him going into Mania without it. Because I do have plans for The Fiend still being at WrestleMania. Obviously, win back the WWE Championship, or if he doesn't. So we're gonna have to see if The Fiend walks into Mania with that title or not, because he will be there no matter what.
Well, the fans will find out that's going to be on the Sunday episode of Royal Rumble.
That's part 2.
Now, also on that Sunday episode, we have Aleister Black, my Universal Champion, against Brock Lesnar. And this is where I said it while I was playing it. Brock Lesnar is absolutely terrifying to face. We've seen Brock Lesnar absolutely dominate people, but we've seen Brock Lesnar also slip up against Shinsuke Nakamura and lose in a few minutes.
He also lost to people like Pete Dunne. Can't forget that.
Yeah.
So he's lost to very good competitors in the ring from both Friday Night SmackDown and Monday Night Raw. When
Brock Lesnar brings it and he's inspired, he is almost unbeatable. Now, if he isn't inspired, I question his heart. I question if he wants to be there, and just how strong is he then? We've seen him destroy Rey Mysterio to win the internet title and then get destroyed by Shinsuke Nakamura. So anything can happen. But as Aleister Black stands in his way, it's tough to say if this is his hardest opponent, because Brock Lesnar at 100% fighting his hardest is his toughest opponent.
I kind of slightly disagree because how good Seth Rollins was obviously this year and obviously the end of last season.
I get that, but Brock Lesnar in 2016 when he was running through John Cena and everybody else and Undertaker and all that was scarier than Seth Rollins ever been.
Yeah, I would agree.
And that's how I feel in the game as well. But then we also seen Brock Lesnar lose to Goldberg in some minutes, lose to Seth Rollins in a few minutes. He can slip up. And can Aleister Black be the one to have him slip? It's a question to be answered on the pay-per-view. But I will say Brock Lesnar did get there from ultimately winning almost like a loser's bowl at Survivor Series. It was a Survivor Thrive match. He either was going to lose and go to SmackDown Live to get a new change of scenery, or he was going to win and get a world title shot, and ultimately that is what he got. So let's see if that pays off for him. We will find out at Royal Rumble. Excited as always to do this match as well. But Jesse, let's cut the whatever it's called. I was gonna say cut the cheese, but I think that's a fart. Let's cut right to it. People are in it for the Royal Rumble matches. The Women's Royal Rumble. Let's talk about it because it was interesting on our end because of what had happened.
Do you want to talk about it first?
I guess let me say it. So guys, a little bit of a heartbreaker, I guess, but we were able to definitely manage around it. So what happened is this game, as you guys know, is extremely broken.
Still to this day,
it's still broken. And we did a Royal Rumble for the women's in the universe mode thing, and we were having such a good Royal Rumble. We had, I think, like 3 picks left.
It was right at the end too.
And the game crashed. Blue screen. So I felt it kind of would have been insulting to me and Jesse who were playing, and we were in a position to possibly win with people that we possibly might have wanted. What outcomes we would have desired. It would have been bad if we would have restarted the match. And restarting the match hoping that the crash wouldn't happen again. So what we did to fix that is we had a few ladies left in the ring and a few picks left. Luckily, it was almost a perfect amount. We restarted it, but a 10-woman Rumble with the last people remaining in the ring and pick-wise, and it turned out to be super smooth. Honestly, did it affect it a little bit? Yes, it did, but I feel like it was like perfect makeup on a already good-looking girl.
Yeah.
So as much as it may sound a little bit chaotic, it honestly worked out, I would say, as perfectly.
Yeah, because the only way
perfect.
Yeah, the only way, like, as soon as the thing crashed, we looked at each other. We were like, "Wow, what are we gonna do?" Because like we thought it was the community creations that obviously aren't in the game, and we were like, "Yo, do we have to delete like the community creation like girls that were in the Rumble?" And then I was just like, "Nah, like let's just do." I think actually you brought it up. You were like, "Yo, you want to just do like a 10 women Royal Rumble?" And then obviously just put it in exhibition mode, which it worked perfectly fine in exhibition mode.
I would also want to make the disclaimer: if you guys are doing a universe mode and you're doing a Rumble, do the Rumble itself in exhibition.
Yeah, because it doesn't lag. You could put legends in it. You could put community creations in it. You could put whoever in it, and it will literally be perfectly fine. It won't blue screen. I don't know. It's just like universe mode is just. It's just blue screen universe mode. That's disclaimer
for our men's Rumble. We put it in exhibition mode, and it was smooth, and it was that Rumble was perfect. I mean, yeah. I think the women's Rumble was beautiful too, though.
I think I liked the women's Rumble more than the men's. I'm gonna be honest.
See, so even with that,
with the little screw up, yeah. I think all the entrants, girls that came out. Obviously, there was more surprises for the men. Legends and community creations wise, but the way the women's Rumble was flowing right until the end, I was like, wow, like this Rumble is probably better than last season's, and I think this Rumble is going to be better than the men's overall. And I think it was.
I think both Rumbles were better than last season.
Yes.
I
believe so too.
I confidently think both Rumbles were better than last season. I feel like these Rumbles told more of a story. These Rumbles had I can't say better surprises because after a while, it's like the surprises aren't even surprises anymore. Like you kind of expect it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like it was like, oh my God, this guy could win right now,
Mm-hmm.
or this girl could win right now. And when it comes down to it, I think it was better. I think both of them were better this year. But the women's rumble, man,
It was a dominant performance from somebody. That's all we're gonna say in the pre-show.
From a few people, from a few people.
Well, yeah, obviously the winner, and you know what I'm trying to say. Like in
Yeah.
general, it was that one that was like, wow, this person was in here for a while and got eliminations and ended up winning the whole thing. So
Jesse,
obviously,
I feel like you're going on spoiler territory.
Yeah, we'll save that for the post show. But obviously, the winners of the Rumbles will main event probably part 1 and part 2 of WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
That way, they have that feel of still being a main event. So yeah.
So I want to tell you guys how we play the Rumble exactly. Me and Jesse automatically start as 1 and 2, and then if we do get eliminated, I guess I won't spoil that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do. We take over the next pick or the next possible pick we can grab. Sometimes if you get eliminated and there's like 15 seconds left and the clock is on in 5 more seconds, we might not be able to grab that exact next pick, so we got to go to the pick after. But that's how we do it. And if it's random, so if that pick is, let's say, I'm going to use people that aren't there. Let's say Jesse has Chris Jericho. I guess I'm spoiling Chris Jericho's in the Royal Rumble. But let's say SmackDown Live had Chris Jericho, and I had the next pick, and it was Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is now a member on Raw if I win. So that's how it works. It adds a little more fun. You know, how we have seen people win the Royal Rumble and say, you know what, I know I'm on SmackDown. I want to go for that Raw title.
Yeah, that's what Becky Lynch did when she challenged Ronda Rousey. She was on SmackDown and challenged Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. And it was cool.
We feel this is an exciting way to do that while leaving it fun for us. So we're not winning a Royal Rumble for the other brand, because at the end of the day, why would I want to win it for you? I'm sorry. But
same. Yeah.
But yeah, so the men's Rumble was another thing. Jesse had a few. Can you name some of the confirmed people for your thing? I can name my 3 confirmed ones, which is Xavier Woods, Matt Hardy, and Jeff Hardy.
I had Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke, Drew, and obviously, like I confirmed a bunch of the other men that was in that battle royal, like people like Bobby Lashley. I'm trying to think of all the gentlemen. Johnny Gargano.
I think Bobby Lashley won that. Wow, I'm thinking about it now. Bobby Lashley won that battle royal, correct?
Yes. Yep. So there was a lot of confirmed wrestlers that confirmed for the Rumble. Same thing with the women, obviously going into the pay-per-view. But the men's Rumble was very good as well. A lot of like, oh crap moments, like this dude's might win, like depending on if I was using him or Christian. And then there was like a lot of scares, like, whoa, like this is crazy. I can't believe this is happening. And the winner of that was well deserving of it too.
I can't wait for you guys to see the Rumbles, especially. And again, join the premiere, and I can't speak if Jesse will be on it, but I'll definitely be on it, and I'll be commentating right next to you and be like, oh my God, it is blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be exciting for all of us. And the way the picks and I love the Royal Rumble in the game, at least, because the picks, like, they're like punching you in the face. Yeah. It's like, oh crap, because they're like not even a minute increments, I feel like. It might be 30 seconds. Like, they just flow at you quick, fun, and you're like, I hope this guy wins every time. And then you see him go, and you're like, okay, who's the next one? I hope this guy wins now. So,
and in both Rumbles, there were quick eliminations. People were in there for a while. A few superstars. It was legends after legends after legends. It was insane. You couldn't honestly really predict when a surprise was going to be, when a legend was going to come out, when someone was on my roster was coming out. It was pretty much all over the place, and I kind of liked it, honestly, to be honest. But to be honest,
the Royal Rumbles are always scary because CPU won it last year, so out of nowhere we had to make a storyline of Edge. Like
it worked perfectly.
We ended up doing that for my brand last year, right?
Yeah. because he
Like,
wanted to
I
go
had to
against the
randomly
champion.
do a storyline with Edge. It didn't even make sense, but it was fun because it was like, I'm used to these fastballs that I can control, and boom, now I got a curveball in my way. And yeah, we put in Edge last year as a surprise. I'm gonna be honest, I not for 1 second would I thought he was going to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he ended
So,
up winning at WrestleMania too. So that was a cool story. He came back from that injury with his neck and became a champion
and he
again.
ended up coming back in real life too. So look how everything panned out.
Yeah. And last year I think Bayley won. She didn't beat Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. But the two winners for the Rumbles, they're main event worthy. So can't wait to see you guys watch that, obviously. Obviously part 1 and 2. To be honest, I think part 1 was better. To be honest, because you had the women's Royal Rumble. Rhea's sister Abigail was great.
I feel like this is Skip Bayless and Shannon right now because I'm gonna say part 2 was the superior one.
Okay, all right, yeah. I just really loved the women's Rumble, and then the sister Abigail and Rhea Ripley match. The Bianca Io match was great too, so that's why I definitely liked part 1 a little bit of an edge than part 2. Part 2 was great as well though. So, but yeah.
Yeah, so guys, with all that being said, we're going to wrap up this pre-show here, and me and Jesse are actually going to hop right in and record the post-show, which I strongly advise you guys to check out because not only are we going to be covering what's next after Royal Rumble, because, guys, we are officially on the road to WrestleMania now. It is in high gear. We're going to be there within a few weeks. We'll be in there. We'll have Royal Rumble dropping before July ends for sure. So –
you mean Mania or?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean Mania. We're having Mania drop before July ends, so it's right upon us. It's right next door. It's probably going to happen before the NBA season even starts, and I'm looking forward to that right now. I'm counting those days down, so we could officially almost count down the days to Mania right now. We got one pay-per-view, which, gonna be honest, that pay-per-view, I always feel like in general that is kind of a hard pay-per-view to enjoy because you kind of, let's be real, if Dolph Ziggler is fighting for the title against John Cena at the pay-per-view before Mania, who does WWE want going into Mania with that title?
Yeah, obviously the GOAT and John Cena. So
like that WWE is always going to go for the money makers at that point. So this pay-per-view, I kind of want to, I think at least my main event, I think is probably going to be one of the, no, I can't say lower tiers, but it might be like the Intercontinental Championship rematch for Ali and Kofi. It might be that.
Yeah. I agree. I don't plan on having like a WWE match or like a world title match or like a women's match. Like I'll probably have like a mid card, maybe a tag team championship there. Maybe we do something with the cruiserweight or internet scene. Maybe give them a spot on the pay-per-view in case they don't make it to Mania. Maybe a women's tag title can be at the next pay-per-view. And do you want to announce the next pay-per-view or you want to say that in the post show?
Let's say that in the post show, which we're going to get to right now. But it's also important for you guys to check out that episode because me and Jesse, I don't know if I could call it a blockbuster trade, but it is the trade deadline. And I'm pretty content with my roster, but we did make a few moves. And I will also preview a bit of next season on how we're going to do the format because it's important for how the trade goes down. So it is something that we completely never done before. And I am excited to drop that news on you because I feel like it is the best possible step we could have taken without another 2K game. And that universe season for next year, I'm honestly like geeking over right now. I got like notes written down for it. I'm going crazy for it. I can't wait. So guys, with all that being said, please check out the Royal Rumble. We have part 1 dropping Saturday, June 6th at 2 p.m. We're premiering at 2 p.m. Eastern. Sunday, same as well, premiering at 2 p.m. Eastern. I will be there in the chat. If you guys want to join me, join Jesse, we will be going right back at you, commenting. I personally think those are the most fun times I get to experience as a YouTuber because I personally get to connect with each one of you guys. Literally, somebody will come in and I'll be like, hey, bro, how you doing? Hope everything's going good. Like, it's real personal, and you guys get a one-on-one if you want to shoot some questions at us. I don't like to get too off topic with what's in front of us as far as the match goes, but
the pay-per-view, yeah.
It's a great time to get to know us a little bit as well. So, and we get to know you guys a little bit too, so vice versa. But yeah, definitely check those out as always. And with that all being said, please like this video, comment, share, subscribe.
Ring the bells, guys. Get our new updated videos. And pre-shows, post-shows, live streams whenever we do that as well. And in other news, we'll catch you on
the other side of the universe.
Peace.